audience. There's a little bit of a blue blur going on. So I have the comments pulled up. I don't know if this works, though. Does it work? It should. So, to me, it's Saturday night, boys and gals. And Saturday night to me, because it's my Saturday. And it's been a while. Oh, wait. I need to change the title. God damn it. I just realized the title is different. Hello, Jepron. I know you. You say the thing all the time. Okay. We're going to change that to... Until I actually figure out what we're going to talk about on the stream, we're just going to... This might get me canceled. So we're going to keep the title as that for now. I really hope that doesn't attract unwanted attention. I really desperately hope. But hello and welcome to the live stream experience. I'm your host, Meat Mincer. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a slur for something. You can probably tell from my complexion. I'm a little blue. Might be a little blue in the gills, but I'm a bit beefy. Got some muscles. I got some muscles going on here. Hell yeah, dudes. Brofist that shite. It's the worst way to start a stream. I had a whole discussion planned, and now I don't know. Now I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No. Kasai's texting me right now too. That's crazy. So it's a stream day, right? We're streaming, obviously. I haven't streamed anything in a while, and I figured there was enough to talk about. There we go. We got a brofist. It's been a while, and I figured there wasn't enough that I have really talked about recently to the point where I have stuff to talk about, and I thought it would be entertaining to share my thoughts. A couple movies, a couple shows have come out, and I'm going to be talking about I am going to be talking about some of this stuff on a podcast. Another one of I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking about this on the All Geeks. I forget what it's called. I think it's All Thing Geek Podcast. I'm sorry, I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Let me check, actually. I have the chat pulled up. All Things Geek Podcast. Yeah, All Things Geek. Hi, Renzo. How are you? I'm okay. You know, today was a really lazy day. It was not the good kind of you know the lazy days you have where you're just like sitting in bed and you feel disgusting all day. That's what it felt like for me. Like I was like in this position all day. Not this position. Hold on. Yes, you like my pink pants, by the way? I actually got these because of my buddy Storm, who also has a pair of pink pants. And I literally bought them because I was like, well, if I ever wanted to be Zach in a video, I'm just going to put these suckers on. So I was literally just like this. Well, that makes me look too cool. Let's be real. I was like on my phone, so I was kind of like that all day, texting or playing. I don't text. I was just watching freaking YouTube videos. But that was me all day. And I woke up. I was on my phone. I went upstairs, grabbed a bowl of cereal, and then I ate the cereal down here and then proceeded to lay in bed all day. And then I think I took a nap at one point, and then I woke up at like 4:30. I was like, shit, I got to do something. So I got up, and it is now 6 o'clock. Jesus, it's 6 o'clock. This day has flown by in the absolute worst way. I haven't done much of anything today, and I felt guilty. So, hello, Kasai. Hello, Blazing Dragon. Got some people here. There's no politics, by the way. Don't take the title seriously. I was just thinking of a funny thing to call the thing. It's a little clickbaity. But yeah, if I don't see any of your comments, by the way, I'm just looking at the comments on the restream. So if I don't see anything, just let me know if I missed something, and I'll check my phone. I'll go onto YouTube. I guess I can pull it up here, actually. But we're going to be doing some things. No promises, but I want to actually do some reorganizing in my room because it's a bit of a mess right now. And I want to talk about some stuff that I've experienced recently, some shows I've watched, some flippin' movies I've seen, some toys I bought, all things geek. But if you want to hear me talk more about these shows in more depth, then watch All Things Geek, because I'll be on an episode, I think, pretty soon. If they let me back in. They might not let me back in. I'm a bit of a bastard, to be fair. And if you ever see this gross effect where it looks like I just have like sick, disgusting vial spitting out of my mouth, that's just because I haven't drank water in a while and I'm purely drinking iced tea, and I realize that actually makes my saliva very apparent. And it's really cringy. There are old videos of me talking where you can just see like a bleh, and it's like that. It's disgusting. I can't help it. I think it's a disease. I don't know what it is. But I guess, by the way, I'm on a chair right now, so I can give you a nice dynamic spinning view. Isn't that something unique? That's really cool. I decided to bring my chair in here just because I don't like it on the bed, because I'm just kind of sitting on the bed the entire time, and then I eventually kind of hunch over and lay down, and it's too intimate. I don't like that. So instead, I got you posed up on the chair here, and I can spin you around. I can show you a good time. So here's my room. Never mind the disgusting Dorito bag that's just filled with garbage. I don't even have a garbage bag in my room. Because I'm a sick freak of nature. We're about to have a guest, I think. I'm live streaming with my camera on. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, and I'm like turning around the camera and stuff. So. Yeah. I'm avoiding that. Fair enough. Hey Renzo, do you had when you don't remember something, putting something somewhere? That is me a lot of the time. Oh, you just like when you can't find something, and you like, so you're looking for something specific, and you just you have an idea of where you put it, and then you go and it's not there. I get that a lot. I do. What was the most recent example of that? I think nowadays it's a lot of the time it's just action figure accessories. I get that a lot with like specific hands. Well, I have a divider for a lot of my stuff. I just put, hate. Oh, do you hate when you? Okay, I see. I was really confused. I thought you meant like, do I hate stuff? Like, yes, I hate stuff. I hate TikTok. I hate most individuals. That's not true. But anyways, so as I was saying, but I need to go back to your question. Yes, sometimes if I don't know where a specific accessory is, it's not even necessarily, because like I said, I put most of my stuff in dividers, which is nice. But sometimes I forget to put stuff in a specific place, and I'm looking for one thing, and I just cannot find it. I used to get that a lot when I was making mocks, but I haven't made a mock in like a year, so I don't know. In fact, I'm actually thinking about condensing down my collection and moving all my stuff from my little crazy dividers into like bins, like basically 3 bins is what I was thinking. 3 big bins, and just kind of tidying up that whole area, because I don't really use it. And it will suck when I do eventually have to make a mock, but right now it's just taking up way too much room, and I realize I have way too much shit. And it's just way easier to put everything together and get rid of some stuff, really start reducing the clutter, because this basement is starting to look like an episode of Hoarders. Is that what the show's called? Is it just called Hoarders? I look like a hoarder, basically, which is not a thing that you want to look like. Do you know Squishmallow? I do not. Is that a YouTuber? If it's a relevant YouTuber, I probably do not know them. Because I don't follow relevant people. I only find out about them after they've become popular, and then refuse to acknowledge and refuse to like look into them for a very long time, until eventually I will look into them years later and probably become a fan. That happens to me way more times than you'd even think. Like, let's see. I need to think of a good example. H3H3 was probably a channel like that. I was really into H3H3 at a certain point, but like around 20, I want to say 2018. Um, Around 2018, I think H3H3 was booming. They were booming. Vape Nation came out, and I was seeing their videos everywhere, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. That looks weird. And then sure enough, one day I just watched it, and I was like, this is good. I watched like a shit ton of their videos. And that happens with me, like with a bunch of content creators. Robo from the Fwoosh, that's the same way. I kept seeing his reviews, and I was like, I'm not into that. And then I randomly turned on one like his Venom review one day, and I was like, this guy's really entertaining. And now he's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. I tend to prefer the more either I prefer entertainers that are purely entertaining, or I prefer people who are super genuine and just nice. You know, Robo is one of the most genuine people I've watched. Get a very good sense for his person while watching his reviews. You know, he's not a negative guy. He's very anti-negative, and he's just such a happy dude. He doesn't complain about a lot of things. He's such a pleasant YouTuber to watch. And I'm just ashamed that I was not into him earlier because he's just he's a beam of sunshine that lights my day. You know, whenever I'm feeling down, I turn on a Robo review and I'm just like, wow, this guy's great. He could review literally anything. It could say bad things about the garbage can. He'd find something good to say about the garbage can, and he'd be like, well, I really like that. I think that's good. In fact, I like paint decal on the side here. Robo's good. So I know Kasai's been a fan of him way longer than I have. And in fact, Kasai was actually on one of his play days, if you didn't know. This shit, actually, I might be able to show you guys. What is your favorite TV show? Could be live action or animated. I was thinking about it recently, and it might just be because it's on my mind, because I recently just finished Stranger Things season 4. And just to talk about that briefly, I'm not going to go as into it because I'm pretty sure we're going to record a podcast about it. But season 4 of Stranger Things proved to me that the show is still good. Despite everything, despite how overhyped the show really, I think the show is way too overhyped. I think the fandom is just blah. But it is a good show. And every season seems to kind of improve upon the last. Like, season 1's amazing. I genuinely believe season 1 is one of the best seasons of any show ever. Season 2 is not as good. Season 2 tried to kind of do the exact same thing as season 1, and it didn't really mesh well. It was trying too hard to be something like... It was trying too hard to be the same, basically. Season 3 went nutsos, but I love season... Excuse me, Jesus. I love season 3 because it's insane. And it is purposely trying to like be bizarre, and I really like that. And then season 4 is a perfect blend of like everything. It's got the vibes from season 1. It's got the vibes from season 3. It's got a lot of the characters from season 2. And there are so many characters in the show, and you think it would be a mess, but it is so entertaining. And I cannot believe how good this season was. And I finished it in 2 days. Like, I don't do that. It takes me a long time to finish a show. But for some reason, Stranger Things was the thing that just convinced me, like, this show is amazing. And I really, really enjoy it. But it's hard to say what my favorite show of all time. I really like Breaking Bad. I really like, The Office. You know, the sitcoms, obviously. Friends is very nostalgic to me. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a show that I wouldn't recommend to anyone. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, dude, you gotta watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's not good. It's a guilty pleasure for me. And then I don't know. Like, I can't even really think of much right now. I'm probably forgetting some stuff because I don't watch shows a lot. Yeah, the Marvel shows have all been pretty good. You know, there hasn't really been a show that has like disappointed me very hard. Even something like I've mentioned before, I don't really care for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It wasn't even that bad. I think my favorite episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the one where they're fixing the family boat. You know, that's my favorite episode. But I didn't hate that show. It was still entertaining to watch weekly, which was enjoyable. And Moon Knight was great, and I'm really excited for She-Hulk. I don't care about CGI. I'm excited to see it. And I can't really think. Oh, Peacemaker, another great show. I've been enjoying a lot of the newer stuff that's been. I haven't watched everything that's coming out, obviously, but I try to watch a little bit more. I finally watched The Suicide Squad, and I really like that. And then I watched Peacemaker, and I really like that. So yeah, things have been improving, and I'm really really excited for. I need to see Doctor Strange still. I haven't seen. I know that's not. I'm getting off track. Anyways, so no, I don't have a favorite TV show. It's basically just whatever I watched most recently. And Kenobi, the first 2 episodes of Kenobi came out, and it seems a lot's been going on. I think it's because the Star Wars Festival thing is going on right now, and we're getting a lot of shit from that, and it seems like it's a really big deal. And I worked most of the time. So when this stuff was going on, I was just like out of it. They were sending pictures and stuff in the group chat. And I was just like, a lot of it went over my head. There were like, apparently there's a Mandalorian trailer. Like there's too much shit going on. But first 2 episodes of Kenobi dropped, and the first 2 episodes of Kenobi dropped, and I watched them, I think, the next day. I didn't watch them right away, but I remember. So what I did was I watched the first 2 episodes of Kenobi back to back, and then I watched the first 3 episodes of Stranger Things. So that day I was just completely wiped out from watching shit. It was Saturday night, I believe. Yeah, it was Saturday night. It was a lot of content to consume, but you know what? I enjoyed it. Kenobi has been really solid so far. I think I am worried about Kenobi kind of losing its way, but so far I really like the portrayal of Kenobi's character. He just does not care, but he does at the same time. I really like the scene with him and Owen. I think that was a great scene. The guy who played Owen was amazing. I was not expecting him to be as good as he was. I was like, I don't care about Uncle Owen. Turns out I do. So that was nice. I really liked that characterization. And I liked how he's like, don't. I hope this isn't. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was an entertaining first episodes. The without spoiling, I don't know if anyone hasn't seen it, so I'm trying not to. I know I shouldn't really care about spoilers, but I'm just gonna mind what I say. The character that they reintroduce, I guess, as a younger version of themselves. I'm being very vague, but if you know, it's painfully obvious. She was interesting. I can see her getting very annoying if they decide to stick with her for a while. I really hope they don't, because I don't really like her that much. But at the same, I get it, right? And at the same time, she's not that annoying. I think she just needs to grow on you. She's very sassy, and I get that's what she's like in the original movies, so it fits with her characterization very well. But as someone who wants to always punch children in the head, okay, that's not true. Strike that from the record. Hearsay, objection, strike it from the record. I don't want to punch kids. That's evil. I'm sorry. Dude, look at my arm. That looks badass. Does that not look like the coolest shit you've ever seen? I'm 21 years old, dude. 21 years. That's 21 years of just testosterone. Testosterone, that's the word. She did do a great job. I just don't like children. I don't like children. I think it's that I don't like condescending children. Because when there's a condescending character in like anything else, you're like, oh, they're gonna get punched in the head. You can't punch a kid in the head, obviously. You just can't. I mean, you can sometimes, but it's not gonna be received very well at all. So I think for me, I mean, I get it. She's a princess. Oh, whatever. Anyways, she did a good job. I wasn't the biggest fan of her, but that's literally the only thing I didn't really like. Everything else was pretty solid to me. I do think the antagonist she's very condescending. But I'm fine with that, because she's going to be brought down a peg. You just know it. They're setting her up as a shit. You know, I don't think she's going to be. I really hope they don't try to redeem her. I don't know. Maybe they'll find a way. I mean, she's very clearly in the. That's very, very clearly her in the flashback. But I don't know. Going to be 21. And I did not know you're going to be 21. You asked a question. Sorry for the big question. Squishmallow is kind of a squishmallow. Some are in the big, some are in the small, some are in the middle. That's weird. I still don't know what it is. I know you said it was a plush, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it. Maybe I have. I don't think I have. And then you asked, do I like the monsters in Stranger Things? I like some of them. I don't like all of them. I love the Demogorgon. Thatch and I were actually talking about this recently. We both really like the Demogorgon, and I think it's not when you think of it, it's not super original. It's basically just a lanky, naked thing with like a flower mouth. But I think it's pretty iconic for when it was released. It's not super unique, but I still like it. I think the design is simple but effective. The demo dogs I don't care for. It's basically taking the same concept, making them smaller, but they're not even like monstrous. They're just kind of like just lizards, and they're all right. But they're not my favorite. It was weird that they were like the main antagonists of like the main threat of season 2, which I always thought was really weird. It was the idea of take them and make more of them, but you got to downgrade the size because you can't have 40 10-foot things running around. It wasn't 40, it was like 7 or something. Maybe even more, I can't remember. The bats from season 4, though, those things are damn cool. And not to mention the main antagonist of season 4. Ooh, yeah, love the design for him. It's a solid ass design. And then the Mind Flayer is basically just a big hunk of guts, but I also like it. I like it because it's just gross. It's just a nasty thing. So the monsters are very hit and miss, I think. You know, they're not perfect. They're not horrible either. Sorry, I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke, man. I'm gonna puke. Yeah, so in other news, you know, all those shows have been coming out, a lot of media, and I like it. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, Kenobi's enjoyable so far. I mean, Vader's in it, right? So we'll see. I didn't grow up with Star Wars, so I was never like, oh man, Vader. I never liked the prequels, I think, is the issue. And I know I'm not like, what I like about The Mandalorian is that it's after the original trilogy, right? And I like that because I like the original trilogy a lot. But that's only because I watched them later. I didn't watch them growing up. I watched A New Hope a lot growing up, but that's because I owned it on DVD, so I would watch it on my DVD player. But I never watched. I hadn't even seen Empire Strikes Back till like a couple years ago, so I'm still a bit new to the Star Wars community. I watched all the sequels as they came out. I went to theaters to see every sequel movie. Isn't that crazy? I saw every single one of them. And, you know, I remember liking Force Awakens when I saw it in theaters. Even looking back on it, I've seen it quite a few times. It's a little generic, but it's not terrible. I don't think it's bad. It's got a lot of iconic scenes. Last Jedi is just a weird thing. Like, there's things I love about that movie, and then there's things I hate about that movie. So it's very whoa, we're moving the camera a little bit here. There we go. I'm just lifting my feet up. It's getting kind of cold. God, you guys, I'm not going to show it because it's kind of gross, but if you ever had peeling skin, it makes your foot look like a zombie foot. And it's nasty, but I don't know why my skin is peeling right now. I assume it's because the weather's changing. That doesn't make much sense, does it? That's gross. Nobody wants to hear about my skin. Okay. I was born in 2001. So was I, dude. Hell yeah. Would you have a ghost-like alien in Space Force? I don't mean Ghosty from Thatch Mac. I mean alien that has ghost-like abilities. Well, I didn't assume you meant Ghosty. Ghosty isn't a ghost. Ghosty is like a Halloween creature, and she's got like weird Halloween abilities. Not, I guess she's more like a plant woman. But like, I know what you mean, dude. You're talking about ghosts, and yeah. The problem is, it's hard to portray that with the limited, resources and budget that I have. I can't just like CGI a ghost model. I don't have the money for that. And it's hard to make something look translucent without adding crazy effects. And I was never an effects guy. Back in the day, whenever I needed effect, I would just go to Thatch and be like, hey, can you do this effect? And he'd be like, yeah. He was always nice enough. I always offered to pay him, but he was like, no, dude, I'll do it. I'll make you a trailer. I don't care. But like nowadays, I have to realize I have to kind of rely on my own abilities a little bit more. So I can't get super ambitious with my ideas. I can only stick to what I have, basically. And what I got is all I got, So if I ever wanted to do something like that, it'd be interesting. But I can't go super ambitious. So I would if I could. You don't gotta apologize. You don't gotta apologize at all. It's a good question. I mean, there are probably ghost-like entities in the Spaceverse. We've just never seen them. Spaceverse is a big universe. You never know. But actually, funny you mentioned that. I actually have started writing this morning a script for a new Spaceverse video. It is not Rocket Royale. As I've said before, Rocket Royale will come out eventually. And Rocket Royale. But there is actually a couple shorts that are coming out. So I started the Renzo minis with the chorus video, and I didn't want people to think that it was just like a one-off thing. Like, the Renzo minis are meant to like expand the universe, basically. They're not always going to be about Renzo. Some of them are. And the nice thing is that they're just like Renzo shorts. I can just put them out whenever I want. They can be about pretty much any character. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even have to be someone that Renzo's met before. It can be about new characters, even though it'd be kind of confusing. I am going to be doing that at one point because I really like the format of shorts. It's kind of like what the Biorama shorts were until they basically just became regular Biorama episodes. So like Night Trap isn't a short. It's a special. But I think I wrote it as a short because the shorts, there's a distinction between the shorts and specials for Biorama. I know this is off topic, but I'll get back on topic. I hope. Someone remind me. But the shorts are meant to designate like side stories, whereas the specials are meant to designate like a main story. That doesn't mean that the side stories aren't important, because they are. To me, the specials are like big events that like affect a lot of things, whereas the shorts are just kind of small, like more condensed stories where the plot is usually resolved by the end of it. That's the way I always looked at that distinction. I know that always doesn't ring the case. Night Trap's a big example where it's really like, Night Trap is long. It is not a short, but it also has a lot, but it's also a side story. It's basically just setting up certain things, which shorts can do. Shorts can do that. And I want to make more Biorama shorts, but I know I can't because I've got this Biorama project I've been sitting on for a while, and I want to get it done, and I want to get it out. I got to finish writing it because it is going to be very, hopefully, entertaining, right? I hope. And the next Biorama project isn't a special. Well, it is a special, but it's not going to be designated as a special until it fully comes out. It's going to be released like episodically in parts or whatever. So it's literally just going to be called Biorama, the project name, episode 1, which I think I've already said the episode name, so it's Battle for Brackenwood. But it's going to be like Biorama Battle for Brackenwood Part 1, Biorama Battle for Brackenwood Part 2, and then like the title. So yeah, I'm excited to work on Biorama. I know not so many people care about Biorama, but I just want to emphasize I'm really excited for Biorama because it's a little easier to tackle than Renzo. Renzo's a little bit more ambitious, and there's a lot more going on. But Biorama is also got a lot going on, but it's more like about toys. And the humor can be very referential and stupid. Renzo's humor is also very stupid, but Renzo kind of has to Renzo has a universe, like Renzo has a consistent world around it where if you break that and reference something, it's gonna feel very weird. But if you do that in Biorama, it doesn't feel as weird because they're toys living in the real world, you know? And they like learn about events. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But what I was saying is that I am working on a new Renzo Mini. In fact, I have, but don't get too excited because I've actually written like 3 Renzo Minis in the last couple months to a year, and none of them have seen the light of day. And the problem is they're really fun videos to write because they are just, you take an idea and you just roll with it. I actually have edited about halfway of one, and I'm really excited for you guys to see that. I'm actually just waiting on lines for that one, and then I'll put it all together. And once I get the lines, then it'll all kind of come together. It's a really simple video. Some of these minis will be super simple, and other ones will be like the Biorama videos. They'll be a little bit more complicated, but they're mostly side stories that don't really impact the main story, at least not overtly, you know. So I'm working on one with Renzo. I'm working on one. There was a scrapped one that I was really excited for with Marksman and Neb. The problem with that one is that the script was a little too ambitious, and I also didn't know where to take it. Like I pretty much got to the final like part of the script, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I literally, I had no idea. And that's frustrating when you're working on when you're writing a video and you don't know how to end it. Maybe I'll go back to that video and try to like, and I'll probably have to go back to that video and think of a new story because the story wasn't even, I think the issue with this was it didn't feel like I was trying to like actually write a story. It felt like I was trying to write references and like I was trying to bring back old characters, and it felt very forced, and I didn't know how to go about it. So I hope I can rewrite it in a way that makes a little bit more sense and make a proper video at one point in the future. And then I also started writing this other mini today, and I'm really excited where this one's going to go. It's a little political. Like I wouldn't normally write stuff like this. I more normally leave stuff like this to Kasai or even Thatch, but I figured it's a lot of world building that needs to be addressed, and with a character that is not going to be important in Renzo season 2 at all, like not relevant almost in the slightest. But I figured it'd be good to tell their story, or at least a piece of their story, in these shorts. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm trying to, you know, I'm excited for you guys to see this video, basically. Anthony said something very interesting. I have a theory about Camillo. I know his name can be kind of hard to spell. It's Camilio. It's just like chameleon without the N. I get it. It's harder for a lot of people to spell. Thatchback self-mock Camilio is either somewhere in the multiverse alone so his friends can be safe, or he died. I'm waiting until Thatch makes a new video. It's a theory. I mean, yeah. Whenever Thatch makes a new video, right? That's all we can do. Is just I wouldn't get, yeah, I don't know. Just wait. And yeah, maybe your answers will get resolved one day. I know. But that's just because I need to know. Well, I don't need to know. Thatch was nice enough to tell me. So, yeah. Fob's really cool. And that's not just me saying it. I was like, oh, man, my friend Thatch is so cool. He's such a smart guy. He made Fodom. It's a good shit. It genuinely brought me a lot of entertainment, and I've, like, grown up with it, basically. Like, the last few of my teenage years, I, like, grew up with it. So it's very strange. And Thatch is a very talented person who makes good shit. and I'm happy to be associated with him. But he's working on more. He's working on more impressive things right now. More things that are gonna, give him a career. So I'm more. I think I'm more happy about that for him, that he's actually, doing something with his talent instead of me, who, video theory. I'm back. Welcome, Toa Viren. Well, I've rambled enough about lore and all that crazy shite. I was gonna say, I got out the. What was I trying to say? I got the Rhino review out, right? And to most people, they're not going to care. Yeah, I think the video's got like 30 views or something. Not 30. And that's not like, that's mostly me watching it a couple times. But genuinely, I'm very happy with that video. And I know it took a really long time to come out. I think I teased it. I think I originally teased it in the 2019 review. No. Sorry, it was the 2020 review. I originally teased it in the 2020 year review video. So I've had that figure since 2020. And I am just now getting to actually reviewing it. And that's why that video is literally almost exactly half skit, half review. And the videos take so long to come out. Not because I'm like working on them. Rhino review. I'm confused. I did a NECA Rhino Alien review on my channel. Check that shit out. Or don't if you're not interested. In fact, I'd probably recommend you don't check it out because it's very confusing. Because it also is it's also the sequel to a video that has nothing to do with it. So yeah. That's kind of what I've been doing lately, is just making weird, elaborate skits that don't have really much to do with each other, but they're entertaining. I like working on them because they're fun. And I'm just going to say Varen. Or Varian. I think it is Varen. Yeah, Varen. Anyways, I zoned out. But I'm happy with that video. I put a lot of work into it. The skit's very elaborate. Kasai did a great job in the video. We actually recorded that one after. I literally texted him. I think I was playing Lego Star Wars or something like that. And I was like, hey, man. Hey, you want to be in my video? I was really tired. And he was like, yeah. And then we, no, I think I texted him the night before. Yeah, I did. And then he called me while I was playing Star Wars. I think that's what happened. And I was like, well, shit, I got to go record this. And yeah, he did great in the video. And the review was entertaining, I think. Well, I don't know. I even got my buddy Okoto to watch it. And he was like, he liked it. So I was glad. What else? Okay. And then in terms of other things that aren't related to video, I could not tell you what my next video is going to be. I can't immediately go, yeah, this is my next video. I don't know. In fact, I've gone full on. My brain is lagging in real life. And like, I don't actually know like what the next video direction is. But I've got plenty of ideas. I just need to pick one and stick with it. I've actually had a video on my channel on private for about a week now that I haven't touched. That video will probably be my next video once I actually figure out if I want to make it. I might just not. I won't delete it, but I just won't ever release it, and then I'll forget about it. And then 4 years later, while I'm checking my channel, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that video that I never put out, and then I'll probably put it out then. But we'll see. Might be my next video. It's really stupid. It's like a minute long, so it's not good, but yeah, we'll see. And then I have thought about doing this. This is interesting. I've ordered a lot of things in the past to make videos for them. and then I just haven't gotten around, and I just never got around to making those videos. Like, make a stream of you playing against Styre. So I was gonna do that actually. Thatch was the one who told me that I shouldn't, and I think he was just like, it wouldn't be a very entertaining game to watch you stream. And now that I've played it, I would agree. It isn't very. It's mostly just me running around collecting everything in circles, not knowing where to go. It hasn't. In fact, I didn't get very far in the game. I'm still on Phantom Menace. I'm probably like less than an hour in, and that's just because I spend so much time running around. I think the game. This might be an unpopular opinion. I think the game is very overwhelming when you first jump into it. I think the thing that was nice about the original Lego Star Wars is that it was so easy to understand. And I'm aware, I've said this before, this is not a remake of that game. This is its own thing. So people expecting it to be a remake of that original game are going to go in very disappointed. And I think a part of me did. And I think, hello, Melon, how's it going, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, the meat mincer is in town. I don't know what meat mincer even means, but you know what? He's in town, I guess. He's around the corner. I don't hate Skywalker Saga. I need to play it more. I think I need to get. I think starting with Phantom Menace was a big mistake because I don't care about Phantom Menace. I think. Yeah. I keep doing that. It's because you were like, "Don't say my name." Well, you didn't say that, but you were like, "You're like, dude, why do you always call me that?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's funny." So I'm not going to refer to you by your name as much. But what else? Anyway, Skywalker Saga is okay. Skywalker Saga's all right, man. It's damn all right. I like Lego because I can build a mock. I do mean Bionicle. So you don't mean Lego because Bionicle's not Lego. I'm only saying that because of people who genuinely believe that. I mean, that's like saying Galador isn't Lego. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it is. I actually really wanted to do a Lego video recently about I wanted to do a review for the 90-year anniversary set, but it was going to be it's very skitty. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a genuine review. It would be filled with a lot of lies and stuff like that. And because I really like to tease other communities. I think it's because my fan base isn't big. I don't have a big fan base, and my fan base also doesn't like my videos. So, most of the time anyways. So I think because I'm so small, me dropping little nuggets, but I never want to change that. I always want that to be the case with my videos. I always want to have weird hot takes because it's entertaining, and I like entertaining, even if it's mean or wrong or just a bad take. We all have our own opinions. I think it's fine. You can tell I'm kind of losing steam here. So to rejuvenate that, I will talk about a project that I've been working on, not super in depth because this is not a video, actually. For the first time in my life, I've decided to do something very weird and very out there for me. I decided to start an action figure custom. Yeah, so it's a very interesting project. It's not super ambitious, but it's weird, okay? So with Kasai's help, he's been a major, major help for this project. I am going to be creating, I have already started it. I'm creating a One Piece character from a Marvel Legends figure. I'll tell you which figures. And I got the idea to do this custom because I was watching a lot of Robo. And I was also getting frustrated because there aren't a lot of good One Piece figures out there. There's not a lot of affordable ones. There's not a lot of the Anime Heroes figures are just bad. They're bad. I'm gonna be doing a video about them eventually, but like they are not good. They're very cheap. They're very poorly, like they have articulation, but they're very like missing the point, and their articulation is just bizarre, and they don't look good, and it's a shame. And then the variable action heroes figures are good sometimes. Have you ever heard? No, I have not heard any of those names, unfortunately. I apologize. If you ask me anything about the Bionicle community, I could not tell you a single thing. I have no idea. The only information I know about Bionicle now, like the Bionicle community, is from you're saying words to me. You're saying Hakuna Matata or something. You're saying like magic witchcraft spells. Sorry. I wish I knew. I wish I did, but I'm just not the same man I used to be, you know? The only information I actually know about that is probably from Taryn. Taryn tells me a lot about those people. I haven't talked to Taryn in a while, but Tyranical, he's a cool ass dude. Go give Tyranical a follow. He's really nice. He's just a chill mofo. He's a very, very cool dude. I want to meet up with him one day because he's really chill. But yeah, I actually had I have heard of Storm Seraph. He entered one of my contests years ago. In fact, I think he's in the chat right now. He was lurking. He was talking about Star Wars earlier. Yeah, everyone doxed this man. I'm kidding, by the way. I wanted to seem like I was like I didn't know that like he said that. I probably could have actually made it work had I not said anything, but my brain is reducing to rice right now, so I'm not like super tired. It's just I've been sitting around all day, and I know I said I was going to get up and do some organizing and shit, but you know me, I'm lazy. I don't have the energy for it. But I like talking. I like, even though I never have like big audiences like I used to on these streams. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the titles. The titles. Yeah, it's probably the titles. I mean, if I called this talking about Bionicle, oh my god, I think the views would be like, I think they'd be way higher, because I remember I did a Bionicle stream like I think last year, and it got like 300 views or something. And 300 views is not a lot, but you have to understand for this channel now, it is. Like, this is scary. This is like, dude, okay, this is like a cool movie scene. This is like an Unfriended scene. So the guy's like joking around. He's going like, oh, whoa. And then his friend's like, don't do that, Jackie. And then you'd see like an evil demon in the corner. And then his friend would be like, what the F is that? And then he'd be like, what? And then he turns around, there's nothing there. And he goes, oh, silly. And then he gets up to like piss over here. Here's the shot, right? So he's like, oh, whatever, man. And then he gets up, he opens that door, takes a piss, you can kind of see him in the door's like slightly cracked open. By the way, the room has to be pitch black, by the way. And then you just see the demon slowly walk, and then the camera cuts out, right? It goes completely black. And everyone's like, oh my god, where'd Dason go? Where'd Mike Tyson go? And all of a sudden, it'd just be his face like this, going, and then a knife flies into the back of his head. That's my cool Unfriended scene, dude. We should make it a sequel to Unfriended, the end of the trilogy, because the first one came out, second one came out. You're going mad. You get what I'm doing, though, right? Like, that's real. Like, that is 100%. That's a real scene. That's scary. Like, I don't like looking at that. That's concerning. I get to the point where I don't like open doorways, because your brain expects there to be something in it. If your brain fills in the gaps. I'm crazy. Yeah, that's just genuinely crazy. Dude, your brain will fill in the gaps if there's an empty door. No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm an idiot. I think you get the idea, though. I think you can kind of see my rationale, but at the same time, I'm not explaining. We're making mother of all omelets, friends. So can't. Yes. Thank you. Your comment saved me, dude. Alex Tatakai. Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg. That's more Raiden. Raiden's more like, you can't tell me what to do, Doc. Oh, I love that game. I've never played it, but I've always wanted to play it, and I've watched like the entire gameplay of it. Dude, that game is sick as hell. I want to play it so badly. And then, of course not. This isn't my blade. That's not a good Raiden impression. I think it's okay. Right? Do I sound like Raiden to you guys? What does he say? I need a Raiden quote. This sword was meant to be used as a tool for justice. Justice, my ass. That was turning more Green Goblin than anything else. Justice is a tool for society. Norman Osborn was weak. Parker, kill the godmother. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm saying kill the godmother. Who's the godmother? It doesn't matter. In my head canon, she's a character. Well, the United Hapori. The Hapori's dead. I don't know why people always be like, oh yeah, Renzo's doing this thing with Hapori. No, Hapori is like Hapori's a skeleton in a tombstone, right? It's like Hapori is like the skeleton from what's a good skeleton scene? I'm gonna look up famous skeleton. No. Yeah, I guess you just mean the group. I mean, honestly, if I were, it would literally just be me, Thatch, Kasai, Okoto, and Rangus. That's all it would be. Maybe Zach, if he wants to be in it. Zach would be the demon. Zach, have you seen Stranger Things? I don't know if you're still in the chat, but if you've seen Stranger Things, dude, there's a character in it that just looks like you, my friend. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch. You need to get on that because it's time for Jack to let her rip. That's not too bad. Beyblade, let it rip. Senator. Hey, Senator. Want a Beyblade duel? You want to play Pokemon? You mother. I'd love to play Pokemon. No, that's not. Wait, what does he sound like? He's more like making the draining the weak, pissing out the poor. I'm the Senator. I'm Senator Armstrong. His voice is hard. He's got a really distinct voice. I love Senator Armstrong though. He is like the greatest villain of all time. It's like every villain should aspire to be this dude because he is one of the most likable villains. Okay. Hottest take you could make. In fact, we're ranting about politics right now. This is real, okay? Somebody clip this. Somebody send this to the U.S. senators because this shit's gonna blow everyone's mind, okay? I think Senator Armstrong is more likable than Loki. That's a hot take. Yeah, everyone is gonna be like, that's a cap. That's a cap, Renzo. That's a horrible take. Senator Armstrong is so entertaining though. I think it's just the fact that he turns into a big buff guy and starts punching the shit out of Raiden. I don't know. Loki's got his own charm. Also, it's weird character to even compare in the first place. I know it's not even it's a bad take, but it's not bad because it's of the point I'm making. It's bad because they don't even compare. They're not even like comparable. The only comparison is that they are villains. That is the only comparison. But like people really like Loki, right? And I like Loki too. You know, he got his own show. I like Loki. But I was never like a huge Loki guy. You know, I was never like, oh my God, Loki's the best Marvel villain. For me, it's always been Thanos. But that's probably because I got into the game really late. You know, I didn't grow up with Avengers. I didn't grow up with I've never watched Thor 2 until like when I did my MCU marathon before Endgame came out. That's the first time I ever watched Thor 2. And I mean, Loki's good. He's just not, you know, my favorite character. Not my favorite villain. But he's more unique than a lot of MCU villains. So I get it. I like him more than a majority of a lot of MCU villains. I mean, he's more entertaining than like End of movie, Obadiah Stane. Like I love Obi at the start of that movie, but like towards the end, he just becomes like, I'm gonna start flipping over cars and killing people. Like why? Like it for me, it's when the villains just lose all their morality and just start like I specifically in that movie. Something I never liked is that Obadiah Stane gets this suit, right? This big muscular suit for some reason, and then he starts like flipping over cars and like threatening to kill people. It's like what? Like why? That was never your goal. You're not. That's not what you're trying to do, dude. You're just trying to take over. You were just trying to kill Tony Stark. That's all you were trying to do, and you failed. And you just gonna start murdering people? No, he's not a terrorist. I know he made shady deals, but he wasn't like I don't know. I like Obadiah Stane. He was a good villain. I just think up at the until the end is when he started walking around like a big dude, like in a Titanfall mech, and started like ripping shit apart. But yeah, I mean, uh, I think the thing that we all forgot about was that I was talking about customs and I got very, very, very distracted. I got super distracted. In fact, I'm making a custom. Kasai's helping me out, and I've like documented the process by taking pictures. I haven't been recording anything, so I've been doing some paint work. And in fact, the problem is the shitty thing is that I decided to use like the two most valuable Marvel Legends figures in my collection, and I there was some. There was some debate about the ethics of my actions at one point, but I'm using Red Hulk as the base body. That Red Hulk figure is very valuable. In fact, if I go onto Google right now and look up Marvel Legends Red Hulk, the numbers are not going to be good. Like, but at the same time, Red Hulk. Let's see. Why does it say Red Skull? Okay. Red Hulk, Red Hulk, Red Hulk. Oh, okay. To be fair, I did not think the prices were going to be this bad. Yeesh. Okay. So, $60 is pretty good. $95 is not good. $70. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this did not make it any easier. In fact, he's not actually that easy to find. Interestingly enough, there aren't a lot of listings for him, which is interesting. You'd think there would be more. Like once you get past the first couple rows, it's mostly just mostly eBay, which is fine. So there was a point in history where Red Hulk was super. What do you think Disney started to get woke? Dude, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. Like I don't really even know what woke means. My dad's like, what does woke mean? And I have to Google it, and I forget every time. And no, I don't know. I can't even comment on that. I have no idea, dude. I literally have no idea. And I also don't really care. I really don't. People make a big deal out of it. And if it's like affecting people, then yeah. But like right now, I'm a consumer, right? I'm happy to consume in my little box, in my little mind brain. I'm happy to pay Disney Plus wages. It's less than Netflix, so good job, guys. And I like the shows, and I have nothing against them inherently. I know that wasn't the point of your question. I know you were just asking when did they get woke, but I genuinely could not tell you. It's an interesting question, but yeah. And then so this Red Hulk figure is just he's expensive. $60 is the cheapest I find. So there was a point where like my Toys R Us had like 50 of this guy. And now I definitely I feel bad. I do feel bad. Here's the thing though. This Hulk body is just super. I have two Hulks. And I needed the Green Hulk because Green Hulk's classic and also Super Pals, which I still am working on, by the way. I know it doesn't really seem like it, but I am. So I needed a Green Hulk. And I don't know. Just Red Hulk was laying around. He was older, so his joints weren't as solid as Green Hulk's. And I liked him a lot. He was one of my favorite figures for a really long time. In fact, I had Red Hulk before I had regular Green Hulk, I think. And I don't know. I've been meaning to downsize for a while, and I just figured it'd be okay. I know we're not getting a new Red Hulk. However, I know Marvel Select is doing one, but it's not really comparable because I know Marvel Select is not as highly praised as Marvel Legends, but it's cheaper than a Marvel Legends would be. It's going to be bigger than that original Red Hulk, and yeah, I don't know. I might actually might get that Red Hulk if I ever just find it, which I don't know if I will because Diamond Select stuff is weirdly hard to find over here. But if I ever just find it or see it up on a site and I go, okay, I might just pull the trigger and buy it. I know it's not going to be comparable to the original Red Hulk, but I might just do it. Especially if Red Hulk comes back into relevance, because that figure does look good. There's an arm thing that looks a bit weird, but people really like the Immortal Hulk, even though, to those who don't know, the Immortal Hulk figure, which is the Diamond Select Hulk figure, is literally like the exact same sculpt as the regular Marvel Legends Hulk. It's almost the exact same sculpt. So I think it's just a bit limited in articulation. But that Diamond Select Red Hulk, like, it looks like a good figure, man. I don't know. I'm like excited. Let's see. It's $40, which you're like, ooh, it's a lot of money. But to be fair, he's a big boy. He's a real big boy. I assume he's going to be the same price. He looks quite great. His feet are big. He's going to be a big guy, but I kind of like to imagine that he's bigger than Hulk anyways. I think it just fits. And I love the head on Red Hulk. I love it a lot. Who knows? Maybe I'll just shove the old Red Hulk body on this body, even though it's going to look really... Because this head is actually not... This head is very big. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pick this one up. But no guarantees. And I do not think that it's like a good stand-in. I know it's not like the Marvel Legends figure, but I'll check it out, you know? If it's good. You know what I say. I think the Symbiote Spider-Gwen figure is my favorite out of the Marvel Legends line so far. Interesting. That's a very interesting pick. That's a unique take. That's a very unique opinion. I've never heard that before. I have the figure. She's good. I think what I don't like about her is that she just has this dangling tongue. It's hard to kind of find out what to do with. I know you can like hang it around her arms and stuff, but that seems weird. Like she's just licking herself. That seems very strange. So I think that's the one thing I don't like. And it would probably be better if it was a bendy wire. I'm not always like, oh man, if he needs to be a bendy wire. But honestly, in that case where it is literally just going to hang down the entire time, I think it should be bendy wire, right? Thank God the new Lizard's tail is bendy wire. Hopefully we get a new Scorpion figure sometime soon, and his tail is bendy wire too, or else I'm going to be pissed. So, yeah, cut the tongue off. It's part of the look, though, and if you cut it off, it's going to look weird. I'm sure you can make it look good, but, like, you got to understand, her hood design is meant to look like a mouth. Like, the front of the hood is meant to look like teeth, and then it kind of wraps around, and then the tongue hangs. I can just grab the figure, actually. Let me just go grab it, because it's literally right over there. I don't want you guys to see my bunghole. Okay. She's all posed up on the shelf here. Okay. So there she is. She's pretty great. But like you can see the way that her mouth like comes. It would look very weird if you cut it off. But like if you get it hanging in a specific pose, like see, it's actually kind of formed to this position because it's been sticking that way for a while. But like, you know, you can wrap it around her arms or just to get it out of the way, or you can wrap it around her legs or whatever. You can do a lot. It has a hook, so it like will generally stay. But it's an interesting figure. It's definitely not like my favorite Marvel. It's not even close to my favorite Marvel Legends, but it's an interesting pick. I just like that pick because it's very unique. So I'll show you. So I don't have the torso for Red Hulk, But I do have these left over. Got his legs. Because the point of this custom was I'm using the base body for Red Hulk. And the upper thighs. The only thing I wasn't going to use was these lower legs. So Kasai walked me through the process of heating up the plastic and taking out the pin. It was a very, very interesting process. It was super unique. I was shocked by how interesting the process was. And he's also got like little covers, which I thought was, well, that doesn't go like that. But like he's got like covers for the legs, which I thought was really interesting. It was really cool getting to understand how the figure, like how these figures worked. Because this wasn't the only figure. So I'm using the Red Hulk base body. Pretty much everything about the Red Hulk body. But the only thing I have to swap out, unfortunately, were these legs that, again, Kasai picked out. They were perfect with a figure that I would consider to be one of the best Marvel Legends of all time. The movie Venom figure, who's, yes, his legs are missing. And to a lot of people, I just reveal this image, and people are just like, oh my God, we need to kill this man. Because this figure is very highly desired, and I get it. I myself was desperately looking for this figure for a long time, and to just toss him to the wayside probably seems like a very weird decision on my part. However, unlike Red Hulk, we're going to be getting this exact same Venom in a 2-pack with classic colors, with big ass wings. You know, I don't like the Venom movie. I'm okay with the sequel. It's goofy, but I don't like this version of Venom. I just don't. I do not. So I'm okay with Venom. Red Hulk hurts a little bit more, but I will live with it, you know, for now. I'm also not, I think what helps is that I'm not a huge Marvel fan. I don't read comics. I don't like, you know. So I think the problem is that because I don't read comics, I'm not as attached to these characters. So me cutting up a Red Hulk's legs is not as hard hitting if I wasn't, you know, a Marvel fan. If I was, and if I loved Marvel and I loved Red Hulk, it would probably be harder. I probably wouldn't even do it. Or I would find a way to get an extra. The prices aren't great, and I get it. And the movie Venom figure will suck because if we go look up Marvel Legends Venom, I'm sure this figure is also going to be twice as hard to find. Oh, wait, what? Hold up. He's listed here for like $30. Is it a pre-order? Oh, no. So this is kind of a pre-order. So he's on this one site for $30 Canadian. That's pretty good. Like, that's a great price. But he's a pre-order, and he's expected to be September. So, like, I think stores are actually getting him back in stock, which is nice. I like that. A lot of the times he is kind of hard to find, though. He's on Toy Snowman. Is this also? Yeah, it's a rerun. Okay. So it seems like he's going back up on pre-order. So if you really want him, you can probably find him. Not a little bit more than I said Red Venom. You can probably find him a little bit easier. There's a lot of bootlegs, though. You got to be really careful. There's places like, there's places like Pet Video Verify, which sounds like a Chinese scam. And then Frugo.ca. These two, see, I know you can't see my screen, but basically it is this Marvel Legends style of box, but it is a complete square, and it's very close to what the Marvel Legends box looks like, but it is not. You can tell. A lot of AliExpress listings. You gotta be really careful with this kind of thing. And like I said, I already have my perfect Venom anyways. The PulseCon Venom is great. I love that figure. I love that figure so much. It's so good. But this was also a good Venom figure. And I'm sad, but at the same time, I think we're getting another one. So it's not as big of a deal. And again, I don't like movie Venom. So this is actually a better scenario because I'm getting a comic book paint on this Venom, you know? Anywho, eBay has a lot of bootlegs for Figma. Yeah, you got to really be careful with... You got to be super, super careful with sites like eBay. I'm actually looking for a head for this One Piece custom that I'm working on. And it's been a very interesting process because I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a statue, but trying to find the right size and like good size comparisons, it's hard. There are not a lot of reviewers for these things out that are consistent, and they don't. Obviously, if you have a One Piece statue reviewer, they're not gonna. Here's a Marvel Legends figure. They don't do that, most of the time. Uh, and I just need a statue just for the head. If I have to slice the damn head off to get it, yeah, that's the goal. But I actually did find this little like chibi line that has this figure, and I think I'm gonna try to get it because it's cheap. It's like $20 Canadian, and I think it's my best option because it'll be nice and easy to take off. It's cheap. It might not look as good, and it might also not be the right size. It's about 3 inches, so it should be really small, but we'll see. I usually just hook the tongue around her leg for the most part, but I do agree it could have been handled better. Yeah, I tried to commit not living. Doing that again, I almost killed myself. Why do YouTubers have to get so political? I'm a dip. All right, see you, Varen. I'll see you, man. Yeah, dude, we're getting political here. Welcome, Sir Sound. Thank you for joining, Varen. I appreciate it. I'm probably going to end this pretty soon. I know I wanted to get my folks into Stranger Things tonight because I'm just so darn excited. But I figured it'd be fun to catch up, do some talking. Yeah, but anywho, what's up? What's up, man? How's it going? I don't know if you're a viewer or not. I can't tell. But if you are, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. I got like dad energy right now. I'm like, where's the tab? Where's the tab to enhance the screen? But I've had a good time here tonight. It's been simple. There hasn't been a lot of engagement, but that's kind of the way the streams are now, and I kind of like it. If I was getting a question every single second, the chat would just be a nightmare, and it'd be hard to navigate, and I'd just be stuck answering questions. I do Moonshine Animations. I do not know what that is. I know I said it like I know I said it like I did, but I actually genuinely don't know what that is. Let's look it up. Animations. I would also be sharing my screen, but I have a lot of information pulled up that probably won't bode well. So we're just going to look up Moonshine Animations. It sounds like a good name. Well, it doesn't immediately pop up, so that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, God. This is going to be cringe. You've taken me to the cringe channel. There's a lot of anime here. What is this? Oh, there's a lot of Figma. I see. There's a Venom figure. Is this any good? Let's see. Let's watch a little bit of the review. I know I'm not sharing my screen. Actually, why don't we just share the screen for a little bit? Why not? Been watching you for a while, and I like the whole vibe you're going with Moonshine. Okay, well, I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate that. Not a lot of people say that, but my old dad vibe does appreciate that. So let's share the screen here. Let's go window. Oh, let's go even more specific. Let's go Chrome tab. Yeah. Okay. So you guys see this shit? Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Right. There's an ad for Utterly Terrifying Film School. What is that? Film School Rejects. That's a good name. Total insanity, absolutely beautiful, memorable, the depraved zombie movie ever made. See, this does not look good to me. I do not want to watch that shite. Okay. Oh God, this is a mistake. I'm gonna get demonetized for this. This is not good. I like this. I don't like this though. Don't do this. All right, I just want to see what this Venom thing is. Oh, I like that. That's good shite. Look at that box art. That's cool as hell. I'm trying to. Is that a Marvel Legends figure? I can't tell. Hold on. We got to get to the actual box. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Whoa, that looks like a cool figure. It looks huge as hell. Yes, by the way, I did say, am I gonna get demonetized on this video that I'm not being paid for? Dude, am I gonna get demonetized? That looks really cool. I don't know if it's any good. Like, I don't know if this is a bootleg or not, but like that's pretty dope. It's got a lot of ports on the back, I assume for the webbing. Oh, it's raised. Interesting. This is a big boy. Huh. Venom doesn't use axes. I don't know why. Well, I guess nowadays I'm not watching with audio or anything. What the hell is this? Oh, he's heating up everything. Cool. Well, interesting. Okay. That was interesting. I don't know what I was expecting. We're gonna stop sharing screens because I'm pretty sure it's like breaking my internet. So we're gonna cut that shite out. I think it's a statue. What are you watching, Grunzo? What? There's a lot of kit bashes on Figma. Cool. Zach was I don't think it was a statue. It doesn't look like a statue. I'm really hoping to get the new Raimi Spidey that's been rumored for a while. Well, we're getting Raimi Spidey with Andrew Garfield. What I'm really hoping is a 3-pack. I know it's going to be expensive, and I know people are like, don't do that. But a 3-pack with Tom, Andrew, and Toby, all 3 of them in 1 pack, bunch of accessories. You got to throw in a bunch of accessories, bunch of alternate hands, alternate heads for all of them, little accessories here and there. It would be amazing. Not even specifically No Way Home, but I do also want them to do single releases at some point, right? I really want them to do basically I want them to do the 3-pack really badly. Like, I know it probably won't be a 3-pack, but it's such a good if there was any 3-pack that should be made, it's that one. I mean, come on. 3's the magic number, people. Come on. Oh, I'm getting emotional thinking about this. That's true. No, it would be, well, they have official names. I'm pretty sure it's Amazing Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then I always forget what Tom's Spider-Man is named. I think it's just, I don't remember. Let's look it up. All right. I'm pretty sure it's official Spider-Man names. I don't know if this is going to do anything. Okay, here we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. All right. So, okay. Well, they're telling me, so Tobey Maguire, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's a long, like that Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I get it. It's long. Calling him Neighborhood Spider-Man would be weird, and just calling him Friendly Spider-Man sounds really cringy. So I get it. And then Garfield is the Amazing Spider-Man. But I want to know what Tom's is called because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure his name also has a name, but I can't seem to find what it is. This is just a lot of Spider-Man nonsense. Like, I don't really care about a lot of this, but I found, so Friendly Neighborhood is. I just want to know what Tom. I just want to know what Tom's is called. Anyways, doesn't matter. They would probably do that because that's their name for marketing. Yes, yeah, no, that's like their marketing name so that they could, because you can't just call you can't call it Tom. You can't be like Andrew Garfield Spider. Like, you can't do that. I would love it, but that's what the community has been calling it. But that's before this like concept even existed, you know. So their official designation is like that, where it's like Friendly Neighborhood. What is my phone telling me? Oh, Kodo sent me a meme. I will convert this whole stream into Spider-Verse Mania. I like Spider-Man. I did a Spider-Man stream not too long ago where I covered all the Marvel Legends Spider-Man reveals, and that shit's Kino. All right, that shit's good. And like, not the stream, the figures. I'm so excited for those figures. None of them have been released yet, as far as I'm aware. There have been early copies, but I'm pretty sure they've had to be sent back to Hasbro. But I really like how nobody has seemed to gotten their hands on like most of the figures yet. I'm really waiting for that one day where someone's like, found it just at a Walmart or something. I'm waiting for it because it happens a lot, but I think they've got their grip on this Spider-Man wave, which is good. I want people. I am worried about the boxes. I talked a lot about that, but most of my orders are online. I actually ordered them on Pulse, so I'm good. I ordered the 2-pack, the Spinneret 2-pack on Pulse. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually going to check my email really quick to see. Let's go Pulse. Let's check out my recent Pulse because I've ordered a lot of stuff off Pulse. So, okay, so there's the Fortnite figures. They still haven't shipped yet. That's kind of annoying. And then, okay, so there's my other order for, there's my other thing letting me know. Let's see. Okay. What is this? Yes. Okay. I did pre-order the 2-pack. It says November 1st, 2022. So, really hoping. Any hopes on Insomniac Spider-Man 2? Great question. I'm really excited for Spider-Man 2. I hope they go more ambitious with the story. And I know the last one was ambitious too. I know we got Venom, right? They've done weird footsteps around Venom. I want Craven's in it too. I'm hoping to get Marvel Legends Spidey characters so don't overcrowd with other characters. Yeah. I think I mostly have Spider-Man characters. I have a lot of Spider-Man figures. Spider-Man is just so fun to collect. It really is. Even though I'm not like the biggest Spider-Man fan in the world, it is really fun to collect Spider-Man stuff. The villains and everything, they're just so iconic. Like I have freaking all these characters, right? I have a Phage figure. You know, I would talk more about a lot of this, but I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up here just because it's getting a little late. It's 7:30 already. Jesus. And still got to show my folks Stranger Things. So, I'm glad you guys joined more towards the end. It's just a shame I got to wrap this up. I would love to chat more in the future. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Genuinely had a really nice time on the stream. If you guys want to or more interested in more streams, let me know because it's fun. And maybe I'll get some guests on here in the future because I feel like that's something I've been lacking a lot lately. I haven't been talking to a lot of people. I'd love for people to come on and chat, shoot the crap because I used to do that a lot. And I'm going to show off more of my collection. Thank you, Sir Sound. You were a very pleasant surprise on the stream. But next video, I'm writing videos. They're in the works. We'll see what's going on. I don't know. You know, whatever comes out next is whatever the hell comes out of my damn old worm brain. So thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all another time. We weren't political. We weren't being very I did have a couple hot takes, but we weren't political. So, yeah. Have a good night, my homies.